What's up, guys? We're back. So it's Friday and I might have gone a little crazy and bought a couple more avocado trees, so follow along as we continue this journey. I'll show you what I got and tell you the reasons why I think I needed to get it, so follow along. So you guys know I got a Kona and it's been growing really well. This is what it looks like today. Growing nicely. It's actually taller than me. The leaves at the very top are all new growth and it's actually looking really nice. It's that burgundy, coppery color and super excited to have it. But there's been some discussions about the new growth that comes out and the color of the stem and what it's supposed to look like. So the stem that I have on mine is, I'm going to try to zoom in here on the stem to see if you can see it, but it's essentially kind of green. It has like freckles on there, but it's green specks. So people have been saying that the stem is supposed to be more of a green with red freckles or specks, and I noticed that I don't have that on my Kona, right? So I was wondering if I actually got a Kona. Well, I got this from Verne Nursery like 2 years ago, and I know it's a Kona Sharwil because of the tag, but I don't know for sure if it's a Kona. Some of the things that, from what I understand, makes it a Kona is, one, the leaves or the new growth. It's like that coppery red color, which I have, but also I noticed that the stem is not set up the way a Kona would typically be set up as, so that made me a little concerned. So what I did was I reached out to Laverne, ordered some more Kona Sharwils to see if they would ship it to me. Well, they're really nice over at Laverne, and they kind of hooked me up and said, yeah, we'll send you some. And they kind of coordinated with me and shipped it to a local Lowe's. And she even called to let me know that, hey, the shipment's coming. So I needed to make sure I was going to go the next day to actually pick it up. So that was actually kind of cool of them to actually do that, right? So I got down to the Lowe's. Turns out they shipped 5 instead of 4. So I think they were concerned because I told them that sometimes what happens is they ship it and they put it out there and people just end up buying it. So I didn't want to lose out on my Konas. So I think they threw an extra one in there. So instead of buying 1, I ended up just going ahead and buying all 4. But I did leave 1. So there's 1 left at the Lowe's in Riverside off of Madison. So leaving it there for somebody else, I guess. If somebody wants to go out and find it and get it, you know, it's yours. But for me, I don't know if I need all 4. So I just feel, I don't know, it's I should have just only bought 1, but I ended up buying all 4, thinking that, well, I can probably just find spots for it in my yard for them. So the Kona is one of those varieties that have fruit that's supposed to be really good, like excellent tasting, and I've had it before and that's actually really good, and that's why I'm really excited about having a couple in my yard, but don't mind having a couple more. So the only challenges I've been having with my Kona is that I feel like it's a little heat sensitive. So I've noticed that on mine, when it's super hot, the new growth really hunches over really quickly if I don't water it. So whereas some of my other varieties, you know, it could be hot and if I didn't water it, and still actually handling it really well. So so I just have to be a little extra careful, I guess, with the Kona. But having a couple extra in the yard, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with it. So I'm gonna show you my other Kona here. So this was the first Kona that I bought, and what happened was it started growing really nicely, and then we had the heat wave and it just killed it back. I babied it because I couldn't find another Kona, expecting that I can maybe potentially bring it back to life. Well, it kind of came back. It started growing and then died back a little bit, started growing again and died back a little bit again. So I'm planning on pulling this thing out. I was supposed to do it last weekend but got busy and won't be able to do it this weekend also, but we're going to replace this Kona with another Kona that we already bought. So now I think I need to figure out what to do with the other three. So a good problem to have, I guess. Do I really need 3 more? Well, I don't know. I got to think about it. So the reason why I wanted to get another Kona also is because this one I actually bought at the Home Depot, and it was it didn't say who the grower was, if I remember correctly, and it was it looked like it was a shipment from Hawaii for some reason, and so that made me, and well, it wasn't just this Kona that was a shipment from Hawaii. They had a bunch of other varieties that were unique at the time when I bought this. But with the discussions about the stem having this red freckles and this one doesn't have it also, it just made me a little concerned that maybe both of my Konas are not Konas. So you can see the stem is not, I mean, it's green with the, you know, some specks on there, but let me show you the new ones that I got. They all look pretty good. So Verne Nursery, I think, did a really good job here. It looks like, I mean, the one thing I don't like, and you know, we can fix it, is their soil or their potting mix that they use. It's a little bit just all organic matter, which is not good. It's like wood chips, it's like sawdust essentially. So, but if you look at the stem on this Kona, you can see that the stem for this new growth that's coming out here is actually green with like red freckles on there, and that apparently is a trait of a Kona. So I'm feeling much better that these are actually Kona Sharwils. So now what are we gonna do? We got 4, so we're gonna have to plant one, and I have an idea of something I'm gonna do. So I gotta make time to do this, and hopefully I can get it going. So it's the first week of November 2021, and if you guys are following along, I am in the process of fertilizing. So we are going to go and fertilize all of our avocados right now. So in addition to the NPK that this thing has, and this is not organic, so you just got to be careful not to overfeed because it can potentially burn, right? But what I really like about what this stuff does is, let me see if I can zoom in here. What I really like is that it has all sorts of other stuff that's really good for our avocados also. Like it has magnesium, some sulfur, copper, iron, manganese, zinc, all sorts of other stuff, right? So as you're looking through you know, the analysis here, this is why I really like this stuff, because it actually has all of the extra stuff that they have in there. So in addition to just the regular NPK, you add all of this extra stuff in there. It really does, I think, help out your avocados, and that's why I've been using this product. But you know, this time around, you know, we're looking at the end of the season, but it doesn't hurt to give it one last feeding, so that's what we're doing. So this is what the product looks like, and I've already shown you guys, but it's a 646 20-pound bag here. I think going forward I'll probably get the 40-pound bag, because I do kind of have a lot of trees, and probably makes sense to go ahead and just buy a 40-pound bag and have it. So if you're following along, this is what I'm doing this week, so I would recommend you guys do it also, and you know, give it that last feeding before winter really comes. But you know, for us in Southern California, our winters are really mild, and also it's kind of warm today. It got up to like 85 degrees, and 85 degrees with a lot of sun means that your avocados are still kind of growing, so that's a good thing. It's Friday and we're going to enjoy the weekend and just hang out, check out our avocados and make sure that they're all healthy. And hopefully you guys are doing good, and thanks for watching. All right, see ya, bye.